Hi guys and gals and kittens, and welcome to the AINIRO Magic Show. So in this video I'm going to show you something we are releasing Sunday, tomorrow, which is basically the ability to create an AI chatbot that has the capacity to do self-reflection or meta queries. In a way, you could argue it's actually the foundation for the theory of mind. I am going to explain why after I've demonstrated it. So now I'm going to go to plugins, machine learning, manage plugins, and then I'm going to choose the, let's see, where is it? Robo CRM. So Robo CRM is basically a minimalistic CRM system. When it is done installed, I can go to SQL Studio and I can have a look at its table structure. It's basically a micro CRM. I mean, it's not a fully fledged CRM system. A fully fledged CRM system has like 400 or 500 tables. This thing has 5 tables. However, it's powerful enough for this particular demonstration. This installs a module in my modules folder, which I can find in HyperID, which I can have a look at here, Robo CRM. As you can see, it has a couple of endpoints, accounts, activities, etc. However, what I'm going to be doing for this particular demonstration, I'm going to be creating a new machine learning model. And then I'm going to be calling mine CRM. And here comes the kicker. You see, if you now choose the flavor in the top right corner here, you will see a new flavor called AI Assistant. So, and this one happens to have template parameters, which implies that I need to modify it manually to make sure it works. And what I basically need to do, I need to pass in the type name here, further down here. If I go a little bit down, let's format it a little bit nicer. And let's find your type name here, at which point I'm going to be pasting CRM. Why? Because I wanted to use the CRM type name every single time it invokes this AI function here. And now let's have a look at the rest of this guy. Okay, we might want to format it a little bit here to have some slightly more beautiful rule sets for it. And then we can just click save. Now, what I want to do, I want to go back to HyperID. Then I want to choose my modules here. Then I want to choose the Robo CRM bugger here and click the flash icon. You can only see the flash icon if you hover over the folder. But this creates AI functions for every single Hyperlambda file recursively inside of this folder. I'm going to be adding my AI functions to the CRM machine learning type. When this process is done, it will take some few seconds, as long as the blue bar up here is animating. It's kind of like doing its stuff. But when it is done, you will see that it installed 17 AI functions into my machine learning type. And I can actually have a look at these by going to machine learning, go to training data and filter on my type. As you can see, none of them are vectorized, but they are perfectly functioning AI functions, all of them. Now what I want to do, I want to install couple of additional functions. Maybe I want to have a web search, right? Search the web. Maybe I want to have a scrape URL. And maybe I want to have the list functions, right? And then there's a new AI function here called send email, which is a generic send email. Never expose this to publicly available AI chatbot because that allows the users of this AI chatbot to actually spam random people using your AI chatbot. But you can install it into a privately protected AI machine learning type. Then I'm going to close this guy. I'm going to go back to types here. And then I am going to choose my CRM bugger here and configure it such that only, okay, let's say guest accounts has, or account manager has access to this particular AI chatbot. And then I can save this guy and I can vectorize it. Vectorizing it implies creating embeddings for every single training snippet that exists in the model. This will take some few seconds. When it is done, I can go back to my AINIRO AI expert system. If you haven't installed that guy, you need to go to manage, you need to go to plugins, and then you can search for AI-expert, which point you can install it here. However, I've already installed it. So as you can see here, I've got it open in another tab. To open it up, just click this blue guy and you click front end, which will open up your AI expert system in a different tab. And now I can choose my CRM machine learning type. Now, let's see what we can do. Create a new account named AINIRO. There, then add a contact named Thomas Hansen, having an email address of thomas@gaiasol.com and associate with AINIRO. And this is literally where the magic starts. You see what it is actually doing now. It is actually recursively invoking itself. If I ask it for to do something that it does not know how to do, for instance, let's say list contacts, list top 25 contacts, then what it will do, unless it already knows that particular AI function, it will actually search through its own database for a function that allows it to list its own contacts, implying that OpenAI's ChatGPT at that particular point of view actually has knowledge about the existence of something outside of the scope of itself, which it is capable of actually interacting with to retrieve new function invocations that it can invoke to accomplish its job, whatever that particular job happens to be. So now let's do list the top 3 accounts sorted by created. Now let's see what data it comes back with. Okay, as you can see, it comes back with Microsoft, Apple, and JP Morgan. Now this is by default using the HTTP scheme. So I can say update their scheme to HTTPS, at which point it's actually going to change from http://jpmorgan.com to https://jpmorgan.com. For every single account, I need to emphasize, I just updated 3 accounts. If I now do list top 3 accounts, sorted by created, then find the account named AINIRO. So now it's got Microsoft, Apple, JP Morgan, and AINIRO, right? Now I want to update AINIRO, set their website to https://ainiro.io. So now it's updating AINIRO in my database. Now I want you to scrape the websites of all these 4 accounts. Then I want you to create a summary of the products they are offering, how they differ, and if you get access to price, I want you to calculate the annual price for me. Now what it's going to do, it's going to reach out and scrape Microsoft.com. And Microsoft products and services are, of course, as you know, Microsoft 360, Copilot, Teams, Windows, Surface, blah, blah. Then it's still going to scrape Apple's website where it finds Mac, iPad, iPhones, Watch, blah, blah, blah. Then it's going to be scraping JP Morgan's website, which has, of course, everything is about commercial banking, credit and financing, institutional investment, blah, blah, blah. So now let's say, and then it scrapes AINIRO. And of course, our product is AI chatbots and AI solutions, etc., etc. So now let's see how the prices differ. Microsoft pricing varies widely based on products and services. For instance, Microsoft 365 subscription ranges from $69 a year, personal, to $99 per year, family. Apple pricing also varies. JP Morgan pricing varies. AINIRO offers subscription plans: basic $49, professional $298 per month, enterprise $498 per month. I am the CFO of a fintech company delivering a crypto exchange and forex trading based upon MT4 MetaTrader. right? So now I'm telling the chatbot what I am. And then I can add, we have 50 employees. 20 are working with customer service, and 10 are working in back office with KYC and similar services. I've got a budget of $100,000 to spend this year. How would you divide my budget such that I get the most effect for my money on these 4 different companies? I need to emphasize this AI chatbot is not in any ways whatsoever skewed into selling AINIRO's products. So budget allocation from Microsoft would be 30,000. Why? Because a fintech company obviously needs servers, cloud services, stuff like that. So I mean, Apple is more of a consumer type of company, right? So I mean, no real, big surprise there. Apple 20,000, JP Morgan 20,000, AINIRO budget allocation 30,000. Summary. It's kind of weird that I want to spend 30,000 on AINIRO, but I guess we have custom solutions. Now order these such that the largest comes first. Then create arguments for why you allocated your budget this particular way. Yet again, this AI chatbot is not trained in any ways whatsoever to actually recommend AINIRO products. And the funny thing is, I mean, our professional plan only costs you like $298 a month. There's no, I mean, it would be difficult for you to spend $30,000 with us actually, but we do have custom solutions. So I guess OpenAI kind of like believes that it would be beneficial for this particular fintech company to hire us to create a custom solution for them. Reasoning, productivity tools, right? Cloud services, CRM and ERP solutions. AINIRO, reasoning, AI chatbot, AI workflows, and Magic Cloud, low code, no code. Apple, reasoning, hardware, provide high quality hardware, right? JP Morgan, financial advisory. So basically, OpenAI, after having scraped these 4 different websites, believes that AINIRO is 50% more valuable than Apple and JP Morgan for a fintech provider. I need to emphasize there are 237 such companies providing Forex and crypto exchanges in the Republic of Cyprus alone. Worldwide, we're talking probably tens of thousands of companies like this. I want to create an email to my CEO. His name is Thomas Hansen. My name is John Doe. I want you to create an email explaining my budget allocation and show me the email. There, Thomas, I hope this email finds you well. Microsoft, 30,000, AINIRO, Apple, 20,000, JP Morgan. Arguments for budget allocation, right? Reasoning, hardware, blah, blah, blah. Kind of interesting. What function invocation it's actually waiting for now. Let's wait and see. I hope it didn't send it. I'm not entirely sure what it did there, but it doesn't matter. So now let's calculate my savings with 20 people working with customer support, having average of 4,000 per month. Calculate my annual savings for each vendor with 20 people working with customer support, having an average of 4,000 per month, and 10 people working with KYC, having an average of, let's say, 5,000 per month. Then argue why we could save and how much we would save for each individual vendor in your list of 4 companies. Let's see what it comes up with. Annual savings calculation, Microsoft. Okay, so productivity tools, CRM, cloud services, a savings calculation, 20 employees, 960,000 per year. Yeah, but I can't fire 20 people, right? I mean, obviously. So total, okay. I can't fire my entire company. Please change your annual savings according to what you believe would be the productivity gains. Reducing time spent on tasks, savings, 12 months, 960,000. It's still coming up with $1.5 million. Okay, so let's drop this. This. Go back to your original email and show it to me. So to Thomas from John Doe, subject, budget allocations for 2024. Dear Thomas, I hope this email finds you well. I'm writing to provide you with an overview of the budget allocation for the year of 2024. After careful consideration and analysis, I have allocated 100,000 budget across 4 key companies to maximize our operational efficiency and cost savings. Below is the detailed breakdown. Budget allocations, largest to smallest. AINIRO, as you can see, up there with Microsoft, $30,000 per year. Then Apple and JP Morgan with $20,000 each. And then the reasoning here is AI chatbot, blah, 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 reasoning, hardware, high quality, JP Morgan, financial advisory, payment solutions, blah, blah, blah. Best regards. Okay, the name of the company is Fintech Fabulous. I want you to scrape AINIRO's website and create arguments for why they in particular are valuable, since they're probably less known than both JP Morgan and Apple, and I anticipate my CEO will be skeptical about how a single employee company is worth 30,000 annually. Based on the information gathered from AINIRO's website, here are the arguments. Okay, chatbot solutions, 40%, customer service, Magic Cloud, cost savings, search the web for references about how AI chatbots can save costs, then use these references and calculate the sum of savings we can achieve by using AINIRO. Then add this as a subsection to the AINIRO parts of your email. So now it is searching the web for references related to savings by leveraging AI chatbots in a business. Then hopefully it will use those, in particular, realizing I got 20 full-time working customer service agents and 10 on KYC in a company with 50 employees. And then it will use those arguments it finds, in addition to the 30% cost savings on customer support costs it found at AINIRO.io, to create a compelling argument towards my CEO as to why he should spend $30,000 in 2024 on AI chatbots from AINIRO. Based on the web search, okay, Accenture, AI chatbots can reduce customer support by 30%. IBM, 67, increase conversion. Microsoft can increase productivity, potential savings, 20 employees. And then cost savings with AINIRO. I will now update the email draft to include this subsection. And now if we go down to AINIRO here now, reasoning. Cost savings with AINIRO. References on AI chatbot cost savings. Accenture, AI chatbots can reduce customer support by 30% and increase conversion by 67%, increase productivity by 55%. Include references as links. Now let's see what it comes up with. So where is it pointing here? Accenture.com, IBM.com, and Microsoft.com. Let's have a look. If these references are actually legitimate, and as you can see, they are. Advanced, what is artificial intelligence, blah, blah, blah. Mastering budget control in the age of AI, leveraging on-premises, and blah, blah, blah. And that was not found, apparently. However, okay, remove your third reference. So customer support savings by spending 30% on AINIRO's products annually becomes, for a company with 50 employees, 20 working on customer support and 10 working on KYC. KYC savings per year becomes $330,000 per year. Total savings becomes $618,000 per year for an initial investment of $30,000 per year. Send the email to look up Thomas Hansen as a contact. Remember, I started out by creating a contact named Thomas Hansen and an email address having thomas@guysol.com. Send the email to Thomas. And the email has been sent. So now let's check our email, at which point, unfortunately, I have to blur my screen. So let me do that. And here's the email it sent. Budget allocation for 2024. Dear Thomas, I hope this email finds you well. I'm writing to provide you with an overview of the budget allocations for the year 2024. After careful consideration and analysis, I've allocated our $100,000 budget across 4 key companies to maximize our operational efficiency and cost savings. Below is the detailed breakdown. Microsoft 30,000, AINIRO 30,000, Apple 20,000, JP Morgan 20,000. Arguments for budget allocations. And then for Microsoft, it's productivity tools, cloud services, CRM and ERP solutions. AINIRO, AI chatbots, workflows, and Magic Cloud. Now it Sorry, I sneezed. Now it specifies why it wants to spend $30,000 on AINIRO. Well, because Accenture claims that an AI chatbot can reduce customer support costs by 30%. With 20 workers, that is like 6 full-time employees. IBM AI chatbots can increase conversions by 67%. Potential savings calculation, customer support with 20 employees, currently costing $960,000 annually. AI chatbots can save 30%, resulting in $288,000 annually in savings. KYC, resulting in $330,000 annually saved. Total, $618,000 annually for AINIRO alone. And then it comes up with Apple and JP Morgan. And actually, for a fintech company with 50 employees, ChatGPT, OpenAI, not being prompt engineered in any ways whatsoever to believing that AINIRO is like the gold standard or anything like that, according to this demonstration, believes that AINIRO is more valuable for that company than both Apple and JP Morgan. So